Okay, so, all right, well, let's get jumping, let's get kicking. Here's the thing. How do we connect with the right prospects in a stale market? Okay, what does that mean? Well, I think let's go back to what we were saying in the meeting. At the meeting, we were talking about, well, let's go ahead and make sure that we spend more time with those people that are going to help us get to the places that we want. Okay, the goal, everybody, is going to be to making sure that we maximize every single opportunity. But if you maximize the opportunity with that lower 15% of people that are time wasters, that can't afford, aren't ready to necessarily buy, are unsure of the market as it stands where it is right now, then you're going to lose a lot. Okay, it's heartbreaking to hear people that have escrows, that have deals, and for them to fall apart. Okay, those things are things that I don't want to hear. You know, we chose the wrong buyer. You know, what actions that could have I taken? Oh my God, you know, we opened escrow and now they're on the fence. Now they can't afford it. Now this and the other. My goodness. Well, getting from there to that point, there's multiple things that you could have prevented it from getting there. Okay, having those conversations is very important for everybody to have. Okay, and this is why I want to make sure that we connect with the right people. Okay, because I know, and I get motivated because I'm normal. I'm a human being like you guys. When something bad happens, I get down, right? I'm human. But I always try to look at the glass as a half full. Okay, as half full. If you get too down, it'll destroy you, and it'll destroy your morale, and that's all you have. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy for a while. Okay, but you can make it what you want. Okay, and that's what's important, everybody. You can go out, if you work hard and you work hard in the right places, you're going to be the expert, and you won't have to work so hard. Because guess what? And you know, I'll ask Jackie. I'm sure that you take a buyer now, it's like, okay, what do you want? Closing cost credits, you want a lower price, you know, which one of the 10 houses do you want, right? It's a lot easier. So if you can get to the point where you have an active person that's looking and willing to work with you, it's going to be so much easier. Okay. But first, before we go there, let's kind of take a deeper look. Okay. There we go. We have to take a hard look in the mirror. Okay. And this is what's important. Am I taking the steps necessary to grow my business? Okay. Remember, each one of us, you know, outside of anybody that's on the management team, okay, that's payroll situations. Those are employees. No one else of the other 30 members of PLF and Prime Rate Lending works for Herb Diaz. We are all partners, okay? And you guys are all in the owners of your own business, okay? And here's where we have to start. We always have to look in the mirror, okay? Am I, Herb, taking the steps necessary to grow my business? Do I schedule myself? You know, do I say to myself, okay, like a business that's supposed to operate like a finely tuned machine, do I take the time that I need to map out the events of the day? You know, there's a 9 to 5. When you go to any of these corporate locations, Google, you go to Facebook, whatever it may be, trust me, they're not just going into it blindly. They have a schedule of events that they have to set up for themselves, right? It involves a wide variety of different things that need to happen for that business to function, for that business to generate income. Because remember, when we're entrepreneurs and we're self-employed, every second counts, okay? So are we doing the things that we need to do to get ourselves to the next level? are my habits, are my actions, are the people that I surround myself with, are the clients that I'm trying to pursue going to bring me closer to my goals or further away from them? Okay, I'll never forget that. I had a college professor and I came into class, and I was not out all night and I probably smelled like beer. And he looked at me straight in the face and said that. It's like, Herb, look, you want to hang out on the weekends, that's cool. But think about it. Is that bringing you closer to your goals or further away? And you have to look in the mirror and say, okay, I can schedule my party time. I can schedule my family time. I can schedule my me time, my spa time, whatever it is. Okay, we all have. But don't ever forget to schedule your business. That's important. And I'm not saying outside of, okay, on Saturday and Sunday showing houses, when are we going to prospect? Okay. How often are we going to prospect? Okay. How often am I going to nurture my database? And hear it again, the database. They're going to say, oh my God, Herb and his damn database. No, but you know what? Because it works, guys. And then here's the other thing. If you nurture your database, it's an easier job. Think about talking to the people that mean the most. Okay, just this morning, I was telling Sarah, a client that me and her have, calls me out of the blue just to shoot the shit, because the clients that you have shouldn't just call you for business. You should have relationships with them. And he's calling me to say, what's up? And from the conversation, we got 2 clients. That's just 25 minutes ago. Okay. We have to realize that if we nurture our database and we have the right type of database, this stuff is easy. My days are consisting of having solid conversations. I don't have 5 solid conversations anymore. I think I have 20 with different people that are all looking to transact. But why? Because I nurture my database. Okay. And I want you all to nurture your database. And that doesn't require money. A lot of people say, oh, fucking Herb, you have money. No. It doesn't require money. A phone call, a 50-cent stamp with $1, postcard, that you go ahead and send out. Those things matter to people. The littlest, simplest thing. Okay. I have a brand new agent. First Zillow lead, took them for coffee in escrow right now. Okay. Commission is huge. That $10 investment is leading is leading to a huge commission, paying dividends for her. And now it's going to become a client that's going to be her client for life because it's a relationship. Okay. Here's the other one. Do you guys even have databases? That's another very important aspect to this, okay? I want everybody to know that. Do you even have a database? Okay, that to me is not just saying, okay, well, the company pays for follow-up, boss. I mean, I'm one of the seats. No, you got to get in there. Oh, well, I got like 40 leads in there or 500 leads or whatever it is. Hey, you know what? I put my whole family in there and, there's no phone numbers. No, you got to organize your database, everybody. You got to go in and take the time. Remember, we are all individual business owners. I'm going to say it multiple times so that we can stick out in your minds. Think about how businesses operate, right? For-profit businesses. They don't operate going blindly left to right, not knowing what's going to happen day to day. Every single day that you see successful businesses, successful real estate people, successful mortgage people, they know what they're going to do, and they set themselves out to do that. They know when they're going to go ahead and spend time with their kids. They know when they're going to prospect. They know when they're going to exercise. They know when they're going to spend time with their spouse. They know when they're going to go party with their friends. They know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Those are things that are very important. And believe it or not, someone like myself, my database revolves around all of that. I have my fun with my clients, okay? And I'm responsible with that too, okay? Because I realize I'm having fun, I'm not being a jackass and face planting or anything like that, okay? Making sure that you realize that all eyes are on you, especially because you're the business owner, everybody, okay? And that's what I want you guys to understand. It doesn't have to be this situation. You could go to the gym and make it about your database. Add the people. Hey, you know what? Jim, the personal trainer, he's a cool guy. Let me add him. Let me get your number. Let me get your Instagram. Let me get your email. Hey, I just got some cool information that we can send out to you. And guess what? The company does it for you. Newsletter monthly, updates with open houses, and updates with listings weekly. Okay. Hey, just want to let you know what's going on. We got some great information to share. And then that way you can link up. Kim was here the other day, and I think 2 people took advantage of making some videos, right? A couple of the lenders had some great ideas, which I really appreciated, and that went a long way. So take advantage of those things. It doesn't have to cost money. We, as a company here, are investing in you, okay? How often are you adding new information or prospects? This is a habit that has to be developed. I'm going to go ahead and say it again. I want leave this mark on you guys. The more that you work on your database, the more money you're going to have in 90 days. Guaranteed. The more that you reach out and nurture relationships with your clients, the more money that you're going to have. The easier a time you're going to have in this business. It's so easy to become the go-to person because all you have to do is reach out. And reach out not only with an ask for business, but to reach out to bring value, to reach out to check in. You know, a lot of us have past clients. How many times are you reaching out a month or per quarter to see how they're doing, if they need anything? Hey, you know what? I heard about this, you know, whatever it may be. Oh my Lord, you know, this happened. I just wanted to check in on you, you know, caring. They're providing for your family. So I care about them a lot. Believe it. I care about their families because we're putting them and placing them in things that are their forever situations. Okay. Am I utilizing this system in CRM to its fullest capacity? Those are things that are very important, everybody, because if we're not, we're just going in and doing the round of calls, you're not utilizing it the way that it should be. Make your lives easier, because if we were to spend maybe a hard week to 2 weeks learning, setting up templates, developing action plans, making, I saw a couple of the agents the other day making their own videos like, hey, Herb, be the lender on this. Okay, cool, let's go. And then we start shooting the videos. Already saw Mike rolling it out. I was like, oh, fuck, I was sitting at the wrong angle and look fucked up. But the point being is, it doesn't matter, nor do I care, because I want to help everybody here get to the next level. And the next level is not sitting there doing the same monotonous stuff that every single agent thinks that will work. We have to think outside the box. We have to do more. We have to be more involved, because I'm seeing it today and I'm seeing it work actively. And I'll get into that more. I'm seeing it actively work for my business. So I want to share that wealth of knowledge with you, but it's only going to work if we take that hard look in the mirror, everybody, okay? Do you even know how to use the CRM? Those are things that we have to really look at. And it's great because we were sitting here on Tuesday and you know, we were having a great role play and we wanted to add birthdays. I thought it was already in there. I didn't realize that you had to go in and physically add the birthday section. Now it's there for everybody. But the good thing is you can plug in and plug and play. And it didn't take me a seminar to go to. They have a whole wealth of knowledge of Follow a Boss community where you can see webinars, videos, and just instructional information to make it work for you. You have Kim who does that for you, okay? So all those things are there for you to take advantage of. There's no reason that this stuff should not already happen, because if we want to go ahead and look at the first aspect, but what is our goal? Where do we want to get to? Well, I want to meet the right people, Herb. I want to work with the right people that are going to help me make more money, help me get to the next level, and bring value to me. Well, okay, and I'll say, well, let's scale that back. Let's reverse engineer that. Let's take a look in the mirror. Are we doing the schedule? Are we actually prospecting? Are we nurturing our database? Are we adding people to our database daily? Are we organizing our database? Okay. Are we utilizing it to its full capabilities? Before we get to C and D, we got to do A. Okay. So let's make sure that we're not forgetting this part, because it's very, very important, and it's going to make your lives easier. Here's the next one. Do I have an online presence? Oh yeah, I got that Twitter action going. I know what's going on with Kim Kardashian on the daily, Herb. No, not that shit. You have a resource people can go to get to know you, to see who you are. Okay. I have very little followers. The PLF site has more thanks to Kim. But guess what? That 322 followers I have, they're value adds. Those are people that actually know Herb Diaz, that actually have worked with Herb Diaz, that want to work with Herb Diaz, that have questions, that look to me as a resource. Okay. There's a big difference for that. Okay. You update your social media. How frequently are you on there? Are you reaching back out to the audience? Are you posting relevant information? Okay. This is very important. You know, if you're over there watching your two cats play with each other, I mean, that should be a part of it because you want to seem like a human being, but there's got to be some pertinent information about real estate, and it can't be what happened 10 months ago. It's got to be what's going on today. These things are hot topics, and they're very important issues, and people want to know about it. Think about all the stuff that you hear in the media. It's not before, for the meetings when we were back in 2019, I would have to look for real estate articles, and it was impossible. It was like, okay, so there's nothing really happening. Now on the daily, every magazine, every publication produces what's going on with the rates, how the market's going to crash, who's going to die, you know, like the whole thing. So you got to go in and calm the waters and make sure that you're the expert, that you're controlling the narrative. Okay? Because a lot of people don't watch the news all day, every day, but they hear the one news article. I'm like, nah, it's not for me right now. Wait a second. You know what? Hey, I'm going to talk to the agent here and say, hey, Herb, what's up with this? Well, A, B, C, and D, and this is why it's a good idea to go buy right now. And if you're not buying right now, you're making a huge mistake because it's the truth. Okay. Make sure that you have this online presence because they can use it as a resource. They can begin to get to know you. And now you look like the expert because you guys all are. You guys all know what to say. You say it in here all the time. But you got to make sure that everybody else knows that. Don't forget that everybody starts their hunt for information online. And don't you think that if this is the most important purchase of their life, the biggest financial decision, that they may Google you? You know how many fucking times I get that one Yelp review for the person that doesn't work here anymore? That they come and tell me about it and say, hey, what's going on with you? I had an agent that works here now almost not come work here because of that review. Okay. So oh yeah. And they're both not mine. There's two of them. They're both not mine. And that's the thing. This is why you have to do a good job, though, of putting good information out there. Because guess what? There's thousands of pieces of information on our company that are complete opposite, that are good. Okay. And it's shown over a history of the things that we've done. Okay. And that's important Because if you have the one bad review, guess what? You're dead in the water. If you don't have any good ones. Think about that. What happens when someone Googles you? Do they know who you are? Think about it. Bad information is one thing, and you know that. But zero information is like, okay, well, that's just as bad. They don't care about their business. Remember, this is a business. This is your business. If they're not able to find this information online about you, what does that say about you that you don't care? Then, okay, oh, this is the person selling my house, and I can't even see I can't even find them online. That's crazy. What's going to happen to my house? They're never going to be able to find it. I'm going to waste my time with them. Don't forget that the internet and your presence is your digital resume. Do I have reviews? Is my Zillow, Realtor.com, my HomeSnap profile, the Homes.com, the localdowney.com website updated with my information? This is important. And this is for both lenders, because there's lender sites like that too. Can people find you, and will they find good information about you? And then again, Zillow, outside of getting paid leads, Zillow, Realtor.com, HomeSnap profiles, and every other website are free resources. They're all free resources. And the biggest one is Google My Business. You don't have to have a brick and mortar location to be able to say, I have a business. No, you work here, okay? Trust me, for years, Mikey Ramirez had it set up, and when they would look at our location in Pico, it said Mike Ramirez and Company, Team 24/7. I was like, oh my goodness, thank God for Kim, because that was that was a bad look on me. But the thing is, work on your businesses, guys. I mean, that's the main thing. Before we move on to meeting the right people, we got to get this stuff right, because if not, it's not going to work. Remember, it is a full encompassed situation. You're competing with professionals. Be professional. This stuff doesn't take forever to fill out or do. And then once it's done, well, guess what? You don't have to do it anymore other than nurture it. Once your database is cleaned up, all you got to do is nurture it. You just add, tag, and set your action plans to go. Text, templates, follow-up, birthdays. It's good. You don't have to worry about it anymore, but just put it together and then take care of it as it goes, right? Like a classic car, you know? Same with the reviews, same with the social media. Once it's cleaned up, once you spent the time, it's going to go ahead and pay huge dividends, everybody. Okay? And then we can go to the next step. Okay? Now we're going to be, how do I determine who the right prospect is? Well, just look at the people in your sphere of influence, everybody. You can pick them out. They stand out like the sore thumbs. Don't pick your cousin who's 17 to see if, like, hey, are you doing, you want to buy or sell real estate? Okay, no. Look at the high income earners that you know. All right. Look at those people and try to plug yourself into those situations. I was mentioning it on Tuesday. Okay. One of the, Susie has a huge family, hundreds of people. I'm going to repeat it again. And they all have tons of realtors that work there, right? They're actually a real estate family from the start. And I'm coming in thinking I'm a big shot. Yeah, right. It took them years, right, to work with me, but I also was nurturing something. It's also a huge resource. And one of those best clients that I've ever had is Danny, which is Kim's husband. And one of the things that I wanted to do was get in front of him to be able to get him to know me. And that's where he started offering these Laker packages. And then, let me buy one. This isn't, like I said the other day, at worst, it's going to be an investment that I'm going to have fun with, right? But at best, I'm going to get to meet people. Boy, did I hit a home run with that one. Smashed it out of the stadium because, like I told you, I sold 10 houses to him, done like 13, 14 mortgages for him. His family, now the greater family, is trusting your boy, and it's paid huge dividends. Now we have all the advantages. We can use the suite, well, because we're invested in it, and that's paying even more dividends because I take my clients in there and they start doing what they did this morning. Gilbert was there at the hockey game. Hey, I got 2 more clients for you. Happily trying to just bring them to me. Zero effort. Why? Nurturing my database, having fun with them, building the relationship. High income earner. He's an attorney, personal injury attorney, net worth somewhere north of maybe $10 million. Okay. Assets all over the place because I've sold him multiple buildings, big buildings, and still wants to grow. This is what I'm talking about, guys. But it all starts with the taking that first step. How did I meet Gilbert? He was just a neighbor's brother-in-law. And I just like, hey, you know what? I just wanted to let you know I can help you or anybody in your family buy or sell real estate. I was saying this as well. Choose to be lucky, everybody. Okay? Choosing to be lucky is putting yourself in those positions, investing in something like this and not letting it lead anywhere. Taking that person for that cup of coffee, doing that extra open house, sitting at a Starbucks like Josh Altman and in the right location and hoping to run into somebody that has that high income. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Go on to your social media. Speak with the people that you talk to. I mean it. Speak and have that conversation. You're calling people, you don't know if they're newlyweds, if they're going to get married, you don't know if they're going to be growing their family, what the reasons there are for them to move. Have the conversations and dig deeper to see where everything's going. If you can marry the fact that they're getting married, guess what? They're probably going to need to combine households. What better way than with a new home? The conversations are different, everybody. You have to just do a little bit of digging and build relationship building to find this kind of information out, because everybody's got this kind of stuff going on. My sister just had a baby. Hey, brother-in-law, you thinking of buying or selling real estate? Okay, this is what we got to do. And it's not because I'm saying, okay, be in this mindset of, okay, the transaction. No, I wanted to help them. And guess what I did? I bought an income property that they both live in now with my nephew, recession proof, by the way, 5 minutes away from my mom's house. This is perfect, right? You can change people's lives for the better. Again, my database revolves around everything that I'm talking about here. Okay. Next one, which is the easiest one. Who do you want to talk to? Probably a homeowner. If you don't know that, please go find another job. This is important. Homeowners, and even more important, your past clients. Call your past clients. They've already worked with you. They're more than likely to continue working with you. Okay. This is important, everybody, okay? Because if you don't, trust me, someone is. That's Berdalis across the street. He's like, hey, don't worry. If you're not going to call him Jackie, I'll call him. You know? Hey, Sarah, you know what? I got a lender. You don't want to call Gilbert? It's okay. I'll take care of him for you. So, you know, it's funny, but it's not. Because guess what? Wait till it happens to you. So that's what I want to make sure that I impress upon you, okay? Who the right prospect is, especially today. Clearly, landlords, investors, people that own property, long-term property. I'm not talking about flippers, everybody. People that that have assets, that can see the value of rent right now are easy sells. And guess what? You're not even going to have to leave your seat to go ahead and get the job done. You can do it all from your computer. You can meet with them for coffee, for lunch, and let that spark conversation, maybe do a quick tour once. You're not going to be driving all day, showing them property. It's going to be easier. Showing them the benefits today of what's going on is going to help them in the long run. They're used to it. They know this business, and they're going to make more money, and you're going to help them. Community influencers and organizers, okay? So what does that mean? Well, you want to speak to pertinent people in the community. Why? Because they know a lot more people, okay? That's an important thing. Don't think that there's not a lot of value in somebody that is a local a staple of the community. Give you an example. I have my friend that owns a Brazilian restaurant. Knows a lot of very wealthy people. Plugs you in, connects you, gives you the opportunity. Okay, planted that seed. It's going to grow and it's going to pay dividends soon. Those are things that I give you as an example. You have community influencers that put charity events together that can help you. Donate something to it. Your presence, your knowledge, help along with it if you can't invest in it. There's a lot that you can do, but this is how you find the right person, okay? And this webs out to a multitude of things. High income earner could be a doctor, fireman, policeman, you name it, it's there. Architect, engineer, astronaut, okay? It's there. Web designer, it's there. You can see it. That's on your social media. It's in your database, sitting there right now. Have conversations with them. Newlyweds, they're growing their family. I have 2 kids, we have twins, whatever. Hey, I own a home already. Hey, this is who I really need to talk to. Are you consider doing this, that, or the other? Hey, I own apartments. Even better, let's get you some more. Or let's sell these to get you even more. Hey, you know what? You're hosting the local farmers market. I want to be there. How can I help you? You know, how can I support you? Maybe my company can help sponsor something because we're always open to stuff like that. Think of those things. Evaluate how you connect with the right prospect. Social media, areas of focus. Post frequently. I'm not saying post every minute, once a day, doing something. And I see some of you post and it's about real estate. That's great, but post your lives too, and post the important things that you like too. Post things that are of interest, because you're going to develop a common bond with your audience. Remember, when you're posting on social media, you have your own audience, okay? People that follow you want to see what you're doing. That's why they follow you, right? It's not just because, oh, well, it's my cousin, it's the other. Well, what's my cousin doing? I want to see, you know, it's important. Along with that, make sure that the content that you're posting is relevant, okay? Yes, like I said, show yourself at brunch. You're a human. That people connect with that. But make sure that you're putting out there, hey, you know what? There's a 3-2-1 temporary rate buy down right now. Let me know if you guys are interested. People are tripping on these 6.5% rates. I could get you a 3.5 today. Call me. That's an easy sell. That's an easy post. And it's going to go ahead and drop a bunch of comments. It's going to go ahead and get a lot of DMs. And guess what? That's where you're going to engage. And when you engage, that's when you're going to begin to grow your following, grow your database. Be the expert. Know what's going to happen before it happens, guys. Be plugged into the news. Be plugged into the information that you're getting and knowing. I'm telling you this stuff. Hey, this stuff's going to San Pedro. Find out a little bit more about it. Don't just sit there and hear, okay, this is what's going on. Because what's happening is we want all these things to happen for you, and it can. But at some point, you're going to have to jump on the horse and start driving it yourself. Okay? The only way for you to be the expert is to at least become informed. Google My Business. And it's more important than all the other websites because that one is tailored to just you, all encompassing. Google My Business. It's free. Reviews. Make sure that they're fresh ones. There's new ones. Make sure that you increase the amount of them. Okay. Make sure that you have a presence. Make sure people know who you are. And it's going to help you tremendously grow your business. When they leave a review, engage them with responses. Okay. Have a dialogue right there and then. Hey, you know what, Joe Schmo? I really loved helping you and your family. We had fun, you know, doing whatever. I can't wait to help you guys again. Let me know. Okay. Or, hey, the biggest compliment you could have ever paid me was this review. Thank you so much. Think about how that looks to the masses. Remember, it's a business. Treat it like one. It's Mike Ramirez Inc., Earl Hervey Inc., Sarah Martinez Inc., Jacqueline Lemus Inc. This is important, guys. Let's make sure that we treat it like that. And clearly, again, goes back to the top. Have links to your social media because people want to get to know you. They want to know who they're going to be working with. Who's going to take me to the promised land? Who's going to help me be all I can be? Who's going to get me this house? Who's going to help me sell my house? I'm not letting some psycho in my house, right? Think about it. I'm sure, I mean, I know some of the ladies, I'm sure you guys Google some of the guys you didn't go on dates with, even if it was beforehand. This is important. You might Google someone you're going to go show, okay? So come on, think about it. They're going to Google you too. Make sure they can find more than the twerk video. Come on. All right. Moving on to the real estate websites, guys. I hate this when I see it, even though I got to update my picture, right? Still working on that. But, you know, if you have one from 20 years ago and you got afro or some shit, it's like...
Realtor.com and I saw the old picture of your old team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can they?
Absolutely. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And I've already got that. I knew that was going to happen, but we're already getting that done. But we have to do that because some people don't even have those profiles. Okay. Some people don't have a home snap. I think home snap actually, I'm sorry, that home snap does it for you automatically, but doesn't have the correct information to link. Homes.com doesn't have the correct information. Realtor.com is an important one too. We definitely got to switch that old picture out, but make sure that's there because here's the other thing. If you don't have Google My Business, if you don't have Zillow set up, then the rest of it's your online resume, okay? That profile is all they can know about you, especially if you're new. And if you're new, why would they work for you with you? This is why it's important. Go in there, put it in there, get reviews. We all have people we work with. We all have people that care about us. Reach out, get them to add reviews. Okay. It's important. If you have past clients, it's a great way to get a conversation going. Hey, you know what? Let's go get a cup of coffee, you know, and catch up, see how you're doing, or let me bring you some cookies. I don't know, right? But bring something and say, hey, right there, hey, listen, you know what? I'm trying to grow my presence. Do you think you can give me a review about your experience with me when we helped you buy the house? Yes, of course. It will go so far in helping you grow your business. So what message? Now we get them, right? Now we have them there. What's the message? Okay. How am I going to be the expert? Highlight the advantages of buying property in today's market. Okay. Highlight this. This is incredibly important, everybody. Okay. There's 3, 2, 1 temporary rate buy downs where right now the rate is 6.5%, 7%. You can get the first year 3% off. You can get the second year 2% off. And then the last year 1% off. By then, you're already helping them get refied with your prime rate lender. And even better, guys, go ahead and call Sarah, Earl, Bernadette, Jeremiah, or Ileana. It does not only have to be a seller concession anymore. It can be something that's paid by the bank also or in conjunction. Call them and get informed, okay? Remind everybody, homes are selling for less than asking price, okay? There's significant seller concessions that can be obtained, everybody, okay? Here's another one that I've seen people market them, and we're gonna do them here too. Buy the home now and gain a free refinance later. We can do that. I'm doing it now. You can get to the meat of it today to help you survive and help you thrive in this market. Use the data and name drop significant influencers. Okay. This is what I love right now. It sticks in my brain. 85% of buyers that purchased during the real estate boom of 2000 to early 2002 were dissatisfied with their purchase because they were rushed, right? Because they didn't get to choose their home, right? Well, guess what? Today, you get to walk in and pick the house that you want. Today, you get to walk in and pay for the home that, pay the right price for the home and not overpay for a house that you're not all the way sold on, okay? Make sure you highlight those benefits because that's an important message. Inflation affects everything, but a lot of people don't realize it affects rent. Buyers are concerned with paying 5%, 6%, and 7% rates and don't realize that in Los Angeles and OC Metro, rent has gone up 9% compared to 2020. This is important, guys. You have to know that. If you don't know this stuff, it's not going to work. You got to know this stuff. And it's only this little sheet right here. This is all I say all day to everybody, all fucking day. This little sheet. If you can't remember this, I don't know how to help you. This is important right here. Okay. You've seen, if you're on your reels, you're on your Facebook, you're on your Instagram, you hear Dave Ramsey, buy the house. When the interest rates come down, refinance. This is the best time to buy a home. Change the narrative. The media is scaring everybody, right? It's, oh my God, the boogeyman's coming. Look at how well that did us. Dude, I got an extra 25 pounds around my waist because I listened to that shit, right? Here's the thing. This is what you have to do. You have to change the narrative. People's minds are listening to the one headline they heard recently. Hey, you know what? That's not true. Would you rather overpay by 6 figures to get your home, or would you rather get the seller to give you seller concessions and a better price for the home? Think about it. Buy the home now, refinance later. Someone smart said, you marry the home, you date the interest rate. I couldn't find who quoted that. You marry the home, you date the interest rates. Things like that resonate with people. And it's our conversation starters. And that's what you want to really go to. Okay. Well, it's not just buyers, there's sellers. Use your equity before you lose it. And this is so true. Again, the data shows that homeowners have the most equity that they have ever had. So this quote resonates with the seller as well. Use your equity before you lose it. The average homeowner today has 92 to 184,000 more equity than they had in February 2020. That is insane. However, since this last May, the average homeowner, and this is probably statewide, guys, so because it's probably not this high here in LA and Orange, but the average homeowner off the peak has lost about 30,000. You show someone, and this is not hard to find. It's a CNBC article. I'll send it to all of you. Here's the thing. If you bring facts, who can argue with that? Who's going to argue with that? Who's going to argue with you? Hey, this is just the data. What do you want me to tell you? You probably want to hurry up to sell, man. If not, you're not going to access it from my lenders. Hey, let's refinance. Let's use the equity to purchase the dream home. Let's use the equity to buy a second home. Let's use the equity to invest in multi-unit property. Let's cash this money out. This could be an asset to you over the long haul. It's already served you well. This is an easy conversation to have, guys, if you know what to say, and it's all right here. I didn't find this on a website. I put it together for you. It's right here. Use equity, highlight the above advantages of buying. So then let's say you're going to go sell. Okay, we want to get the most equity out of your home right now. Hey, but well, where am I going to go? No problem. There's 6 different reasons that I can help you go ahead and get your dream home today. And we can get that seller who's probably more fucked than you are because it's a luxury home now. And we can get that 3-2-1 temporary rate buy down. We can get seller concessions. We can get X, Y, and Z. We can get a better price. Let's do it now, because if you don't do it now, you're going to lose your equity. Okay, it's easy. And think about this. The issue is not the fact that there's so many houses, and so much supply of homes. It's an affordability issue, everybody. This is why it's important to connect with the right people. Inventory is still low compared to demand because people can't afford it. So it's important to go ahead and connect with the right people. It's important to connect with the homeowners. It's important to deliver the right message, because over the long haul, it's going to work out. The projections are closer to the 10% loss in equity. However, that's temporary. Immediately here at this firm, here, when the rates dropped last week, we had 5 new loan applications. Okay, that minute that happens, guess what? It's going to begin to climb and climb again. And don't forget that real estate is what? Location, location, location.
They're gonna say it comes in cycles.
It does, but that's good though. It does also come in cycles. But when it's location, 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 you live in LA and Orange, okay? It is incredibly challenging to get into these markets. The time is now. Sell people on that, okay? And then for the sellers, hey, let's not, if you're strategic in your pricing, you're gonna sell that next day. Next day, okay? So don't get scared by what's going on. This is exactly what I'm spieling to people. This is why it's working. And what ends up happening? The clients feel like they're geniuses, because you know what? Technically they are. Who the fuck wants to pay 6 figures above asking for a house that they don't like? That's what happened. And when you put it like that and you put it in perspective, they're going to be your client. Now, if you nurture that relationship, they're going to be your client for life. Let's make sure that we're the experts. Let's make sure that we're not transactional. Let's make sure that we're working on building relationships. Once you've delivered the message, think outside the box to connect everybody. Don't just simply call to ask for business. Definitely call, reach out. Hey, how's the property? Bring value, go beyond. Bring value. Hey, listen, you know what? I know that everybody's scared about the market. I just wanted to go ahead and reach out to you, let you know what's going on. Just got to weather the storm. Even if you're just calling to check in on them, have you heard all the drama? I mean, think about it. No, most people aren't even doing that. And I can't stress enough, a $10 meeting for a cup of coffee is going to go so long. Hey, you know what? I see, are you still going to the gym? You still work at X and Y and Z? How about we go for a cup of coffee and we be in the area, and have conversation. How's the house? Have we heard all the drama? Don't worry about that though. I have solutions for you. And if you happen to know anybody's looking to buy or sell, guess what? I'm here for you. Invite them to a local community event. Free shit, the farmers market, whatever's going on here locally, have it all the time at the parks. I mean, we were doing parks, concerts in the park all summer. Is there free? Reach out to them. Hey, let's go. Let's have one. Let's have a drink. Take advantage of this. Okay. Put your common interests out there. on social media, engage them on social media, develop more conversations. Don't just let it be about business. Make sure you get to know people. Trust me. I told you the other day, it's my favorite quote because it always makes me laugh. And they asked Michael Jordan, why aren't you so much more involved in the communities? Like, well, and reaching out for all the liberalship, because Republicans buy sneakers too. Think about it. This is your business. Hey, sometimes I'm a Rams fan. Sometimes I'm a Raider fan. You know what I mean? Everybody knows I'm a Cowboy fan. The point being is have those conversations. Let them be fruitful. I know we make fun, but grow your business by getting to know people, getting down to what they're interested in. Hear them out and let them talk about themselves. Have the right conversations afterwards and build from there. And once you do have the right conversation, dig deep. Clients have unlimited wants. The best salespeople are always going to get to the root of what the client actually needs. Oh my God, I want to remodel the property. When really, in all actuality, they just, they want to sell the house. Okay, this is a house that they can't remodel because you're going to overdo it for the neighborhood. You know what? This isn't the solution, Mr. Seller, Mr. Client, now Mr. Seller. Okay, you can convert them by just having the right conversations. You don't even know how many clients I have that I've invested my time with simply to evaluate their portfolios and show them, hey, you know what? It's probably the good time to sell right now. This asset right here, it's met its life. It's time for you to cash out and grow it. It's easy if you can just dig deep and find a root source. Hey, you know what? I need to supplement my retirement. Oh, well, guess what? I do reverse mortgages. Here's how I can help you. Dig deep, provide solutions. This market will be generous to the problem solver, everybody. Deliver value and be a free resource of information. And I guarantee you in 90 days, you will have money. You will have six figures. Trust me. I do it all the time. And I want you all to do it because I want you to feel empowered. We have it. And we have a huge resource in the corner there. Okay. They're here to just help you guys succeed and thrive. Okay. It can seem harder because we are all here listening to the drama that's happening, right? We sometimes are victims to the shit too. All right. But going down that road does not help you, does not help your family. It does not do anything. It doesn't help your clients because then who are they going to go to, right? Remember, you're driving, you're flying the plane. You don't want them to feel like you can crash it, right? It's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. And don't worry about it because you're winning. You have the most equity. Let's take advantage of it. You have these goals. Let me help you get there. Guys, I will finish with this. You can have that fully thought out and impressive situation like the one I described at the meeting the other day at the Kings game. All my clients are there. I'm having them, boast about all the properties they have, all the net worth that they have and where it's going to go. And then if I didn't do anything the next day to say, hey, did you make it home okay? Or did you have fun? Follow up, everybody. It isn't going to happen overnight. It isn't going to take the one conversation. It isn't going to take the one cup of coffee. It's going to be a commitment to following up. And there's one thing I want to really highlight here. Don't depend on anything or anyone other than you to obtain the results. Oh, well, you know what? Gilbert referred me his family member. I'll wait for him to call me with her number. No, you got to follow up. Hey, Gilbert, remember you said that Rosie needed some help? Do you have do you have her number? I hate to leave her hanging. I know you mentioned that to me. Okay, ask, okay? Oh, you know what? I handed that to the lender. I handed that to Sarah. And I don't know. Did she call? Fuck that. No, you want to go, hey, Sarah, did you call? What happened? I didn't see follow-up, boss. You know what? Hey, Gilbert, how's it going? I wanted to reach out to you to see how everything was going. Did you connect with Sarah? I want to make sure that you guys didn't miss each other. Be proactive in getting the results, everybody. Be proactive in continually following up. Be persistent. Persevere, because we all can. Trust me, I know this. I believe it. If you do the things that I just told you about, the one thing I'm going to guarantee you is that it will get easier. It is easier. Believe me. If you take those steps, if you nurture your business the way you should, okay? The sales are going to get easier. Your business will flourish. Everything will go smoothly. And you won't be going from transaction to transaction, okay? So I really want to make sure that I encourage everybody to follow up continuously and deliver value and go in for the close, okay? So any questions from anybody on anything I've mentioned? This is the formula. This is the formula for the very short winter we're going to have, guys. Okay, because guess what? The message will change February 1st. Okay, so make sure you know this. Make sure you do everything you can right now, because guess what? The pot of gold is sitting on the other side and it's 90 days away. We are all the drivers of our business, treated as such, respected as such. Okay? Questions? All right, guys. Thank you for coming to the training. I'm glad to see more faces than, well, I mean, more names, not faces, because everybody's blacked out, but more people here than I ever have at the training. This is the most important training because this is what the information you need to go ahead and have for everybody. Okay, so you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Go out there and kill it, and we will see you here Tuesday for the meeting. Next week it is Thanksgiving, so we will just have our Tuesday meeting. Okay, but let's go out there, let's get it. Have a great rest of your week. I don't know. Who is Blaze?
Sal's nephew. What's going on, Herb?
All right. Sweet. Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you for everything. We learned a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you
buddy.
for having me.